It is the final day of group play here at the 2022 World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championship live from the University of Limerick in Ireland. That's right, we've got Israel taking on the Czech Republic here in Group B, a couple of huge Group B games here today that will determine placement in tomorrow's placement games in the play-in to determine who will be in the championship and who will feature in the platinum bracket here as we continue in the final week of the World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championship. Face-off coming your way next. A look live here to the University of Limerick as both teams take a look at each other before we begin today's tilt. And as we begin this match, a good time to tell you what will happen here the rest of the day. This is the first game of a triple header on laxsn.com we have for you here today. Coming up in a couple hours from now, we'll have the Group B matchup between Japan and Puerto Rico. That is for the top of the table here at the end of group play. And then later on today, we'll have Hong Kong. We'll see them in action against Sweden as well. We'll, of course, have the majority of these games on laxsn.com streaming throughout the day, throughout the week here, these men's U21 World Championships. Tom Eschen here with you on the call once again. Thank you for joining us on this Monday morning. A beautiful Monday at that. The temperature has cooled off thanks to the front movement through. We're in the high 60s here today. Temperatures warming into the low 70s. There is a breeze, about 11 miles an hour right now, gusting into the 20s. Clouds and sun, maybe a thunderstorm right now. The radar looks clear. Both these teams losing their first two games, so this, the all-important match to determine third place in Group B. Fourth, you don't really know if you're going to make it to the championship or not. So this is a key battle. Should be a good one for sure. We are off and running. Goldman and Jan Dobiash, the face-off, and it's Dobiash, the captain, winning it for the Czech Republic as they take over offensively. 12-6 loss to Puerto Rico, a 12-2 loss to Japan over the course of their first two Group B games. They're led by Vyada Manda. Israel led by Seth Mahler. Triablik over to that left side, and now fishing his way through is Jan Fischer. Trying to work here on Greg Wells. Good defenseman here for Israel. They get it into the middle. There's a shot and a score. Pavel Sirk. 1-0. Czech Republic takes the lead on their first possession. Sirk's first goal of these World Championships. Just a nice little find there as Fischer was harassed by Wells. Fischer gets the assist, his third assist of these games. Czech Republic was stymied against Japan a couple days ago. Japan just so disciplined, so solid. We'll see them later on today, but finding some freedom against this Israeli defense. Now taking a 1-0 lead here in the first quarter. Goldman and Dobiash. Dobiash wins it. He went 6 of 13 against Japan. That's pretty good. Japan's been pretty good on the face-off X, so Dobiash still was able to produce there. Unfortunately, it did not produce results. But already in a result here, they lead 1-0. Here in these U21 World Lacrosse Championships. Delayed a couple of years due to the pandemic. It was a U19, then a U20, and now U21. Everybody here in Ireland thrilled to be able to put this on. We've had some great games, some great competition, performances, and whatnot so far. Key for Czech, and as you know, they have a lot of box experience. They love box in the Czech Republic, box lacrosse that is. One of the biggest countries, you know, other than Canada in the world when it comes to box. Penalties, that has been a part of their problem. 5 against Japan, they had 7 against Puerto Rico, and the time of their penalties is also racked up. Adam Kuchera, 5 minutes and 30 seconds of penalties. That leads this tournament. Jakob Fleckschmied, he's third in the tournament with 4 minutes of penalties. So if they can keep themselves out of the box, that'll certainly bode well, giving Israel all sorts of problems on the clear, and now Israel turns it over. Czech gonna restart quickly here, look for a second goal. Let's see if they can get it, and a fake and a score. Tomasz Kinotek. They get the turnover and turn it into points. Adamiec almost wasn't able to grab the catch to begin that run. Able then to find Kinotek. And Adamiec gets the assist, his second assist of the tournament. Kinotek's second goal of this tournament. Quickly, 2-0 Czech Republic over Israel. Speaking of the box for the Czech, they just came in third in the European Box Championships. They didn't play in the U19s back in 2016. And it's felt like Israel's gotten a lot of momentum here the last couple of years, but they've struggled here, admittedly, thus far. And now 3 for 3 face-off wise is Czech Republic, so a good start here. Adamiec working in, then back out again, working on Alex Kaplan. Kinotek with that goal a moment ago. Top scorer on this team over the course of their competitions. Actually just was a part of the senior team's qualifiers for the World Cup in 2023 in San Diego. They won every match, so they're in. Czech senior team. A busy summer of World Championships as we get ready for those men's senior championships coming up here. Their pass on the front and finally getting his stick with the ball there. Ben Friedman has had a couple of big games in this tournament. 8 saves against Puerto Rico, but unfortunately, Jack gets it right back. Friedman had 13 saves against Japan, so he's obviously put up some big numbers to try and keep his team in the game. He's been peppered at times, losing a lot of face-offs. As Czech works on this man-up situation. Excuse me, 6-on-6 still. There's a ball off the pipe. Fisher. This has been a lot of defense played so far, but the check from Greg Wells, he has been one of their best players here throughout this tournament. Gets the takeaway there. Wow, what a play. The overhead check by Greg Wells out of Fayetteville, New York. About to be a senior at Tufts Political Science and Government. Made his debut this past season there for the Jumbos. Obviously such a successful program over the years. You can see Wells hoping to be a big part of that as he starts his senior season here soon. So he gets the ball back for Israel as they take it on offense for the first time today. Joey Kraft has a goal in each of the 2 games. Sam Trojano had maybe one of the best goals of the tournament, diving crosshand shot. That was in the game against Japan. They have sparks, and now they have to be able to use them accordingly. As we make our way here through this first quarter, 2-0 Czech Republic. We have another game going on right now, Uganda and Korea. Here's Kraft. Slide comes for Kraft. Polak. No shot clock here in international play. 15-minute running quarters. We'll stop the clock below 30. Quarters 1, 2, and 3. We'll stop it below 2 minutes in quarter 4. Just after noon here in Limerick. on this Monday morning or afternoon, depending on where you might be watching. Abramovich also has some goals here for this team. The kick back to Kraft, unable to get it, and he's enveloped by Kuchera. Kuchera too physical there. I mean, the crossed checked push in the back. No flag though on that play. Israel taking their time. Seth Mahler, their coach, barking out instructions, native of Connecticut, been living in Israel since the organization's inception. Played on Israel national teams in the past. Here's Kraft going to the middle. Kraft working his way, shooting, and it's deflected away by Slavik. He's had some big games so far in this tournament. Another shot and a score. So Kraft gets it back, gets his third goal here of these World Championships. 2-1. Goal against Puerto Rico, goal against Japan. Now he's got a goal against the Czech Republic. Just going right above the face mask there of Slavik. Kraft from Newton, Massachusetts, just finished up his freshman year at Tufts. He played in 6 games there. Now let's see what happens here on the face-off. They've already made a change for Israel. Greg Wells, who went 1 for 7 against Japan, but he did a better job, I thought, of just trying to muck it up, if you will. And he got some ground balls because of that. It's Martin Peck who gets this ground ball for Czech Republic as they win another one. So that 1 for 7 for Wells might not really be indicative of the impact he made, because he did make it a little more difficult. Here, Peck, the wing, able to come in and get it. Here is Lukáš Kuchera, one of 3 Kucheras on the team. Lukáš, the youngest, he's 16 years old. Ball in his stick, he will now retreat to X with Ron Mittler, the short stick D-midi on him. Kuchera, little inside roll, now he feeds. That feed through the middle. Gets deflected away. Wells looking to pick it up. We have a whistle here. And that'll go against the Israelis. So back to the possession for Kinote. 2-1 Czech Republic here midway through the first quarter. The winner of this game has a date with Ireland tomorrow. Ireland, the winners of Group C. Voshmik shoots and scores. Voshmik gets his first goal in Ireland. Czech Republic takes a 3-1 lead. Wojtek Voshmik.
3 minutes, 45 seconds to go in this first quarter.
That over the head check by Ethan Dicterl came just a little too late. Also just kind of missed his mark. Allowed Voshmik to get some space and score. So Czech gets another 3-1 now. They continue to mix it up at the X. Both these teams do now. Shalev Tal in there for Israel and Andrei Strieblik. See how this battle goes. Tal kicks it forward to himself, picks up his ground ball, so solves the face-off woes for now for Israel. See if he can do so. He loses the ball, though, right out of his stick. So he can't connect to a teammate, and now Czech once again with possession. Peck looking to find his way open while the ball sits in the stick of Hulish. Hulish with a couple of goals in this tournament. One of the members of the LCC Wolves. That's one of the feeder box teams on the juniors on up in the Czech Republic. A lot of these players playing for them. Cirk on the run. Looked like Friedman gobbled that up, so Friedman gets another save. Friedman, one of the guys who did the gap year program, lived in Ashkelon, training, growing lacrosse in schools and through coaching. The Massa Israel Journey offers young adults between the ages of 18 to 30 a unique and, they say, life-changing opportunity to experience Israel. And that's where a lot of these young men grow in both the sport and outside the sport. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 3-1 Czech Republic. Here's Kraft. He just scored the first goal for Israel. Initiates from the top, looking to feed. Czech Republic very aware of him now. Picked up there by Ido Bar-David. Bar-David had a goal against Japan. He got into the program thanks to his brother Ori. Played in those 2018 World Championships in Netanya. Kraft. See if he can get Abramovich. Looks for him, and it goes through Abramovich's stick. Would have been open for, but it was not the most conducive of situations. It was a very difficult pass and catch. So Slavik able to get there. Slavik in that box league, by the way, 75% saves right now. Just played in the European Box Championships. In that third place game against Finland, which they won. Here's Wells. Wells off and running. Does have a shot on goal. Has not scored yet in this tournament. He will probably look for Israel to get the last shot here. Seth Mahler wants the ball and Joey Kraft's stick. Big point of emphasis on that there. There's the pick. Kraft in. Saved by Slavik. Bar-David to restart. 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. Jory gets it taken away as he goes in. Polak with the pole. He will get it into open space as time expires here in the first quarter. It's 3-1 Czech Republic. 3 different goal scorers on the board here in Group B. You're watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championship on Lax Sports Network. Beautiful day, a little bit of a breeze here in Limerick today, but the temperatures have cooled off considerably, probably almost a 20-degree difference. Much nicer for the players, as you might imagine, in our final week here. Final day of group play. 3-1 Czech Republic after the first 15 minutes. Tom Eschen here with you on the call. Tal just won a face-off, and he will draw the penalty to win another one. So Shalev Tal, he went 3 for 7 against Puerto Rico, 0 for 3 against Japan. Now 2 for 2 today. Trojan will try picking that up. Actually, good heads-up play by the Czech Republic there. Kind of caught Israel napping. Now here they are in transition. Unsettled situation results in Kinotek's second. Israel a little lackadaisical in the middle of the field there, and Czech Republic took advantage. Peck down on the crease. I mean, it doesn't get much easier than that if you're Kinotek. So Kinotek has 2 goals, now 3 here in Ireland. Peck gets his first point of these games. That's an assist. 4-1 Czech Republic. Tal won the clamp there, was unable to carry that through to the offensive side. Let's see if he can do it again here. That's Dobiash who wins that easily. Gets it to his wing, Tilshore. Tilshore, who's played on these U19, U20, U21 teams here for the Czech Republic all the way up. He stays in here on offense. Goshmik here initiating from the top. The midi now goes down the alley. They work it around the middle. Second quarter just underway here in Limerick. Group B play. Both these teams looking for their first win here in Ireland. Tilshore. They get it out, they shoot. Friedman coming out there, looked like it went wide of a stick. Czech Republic and looking for more. Boschmik. Well, spin move on top there, working on Jory. Kuchera looking over to the right side. Nice little swim and duck by Kuchera. That doesn't get to the cage. Friedman always willing to come out. He's the only one who can get that, so kind of just plays it to himself there. I've seen him do that a couple times here in this tournament. But he's a pretty athletic goalie. He'll definitely venture outside the cage. Israel now looking to clear, get a key stop offensively. That one just floated over the top, not a bad pass. Getting it over to Wells. Very sure-handed pull. He's hacked away there though by Knotek. And Seth Mahler chooses to take a timeout with Wells a little bit under duress there. Israel with possession on their side of the field. They will look to get going offensively in a moment. Timeout on the field here at the University of Limerick. Back live in Limerick, the second game of the day underway. Korea currently taking on Uganda. They're in the second half just here next to us on field 3. 8-5, Korea on top of Uganda. That is Group E play. Both those teams looking to win in competition here in Ireland. So are these two. In Group B, 4-1 Czech Republic. But it is the ball for the Israel. Seth Mahler talking things over. Finished in 6th overall at the U19 World Championships, just out that top pool. This team currently number 6 in the world. They finished 6th overall at the U19 World Championships. They finished 7th, by the way, the men's senior team. I'm making 2 up. So Israel's been knocking on the door and trying to find some fear in this term, looking for their first win, some life defensively for the Czech Republic. Dobiaj going to get called for the push. Take for Sam Trojano. Led the Israel Lacrosse League in 2020 in points, 21 goals, 14 assists. One of those kids who took a gap year from Lakeville, Massachusetts. Looks to make his way inside. Another dive. Head first there into the crease he goes, and he'll get called for that. But almost trying to one-up his highlight he made just a couple days. Shimon Kuchera in the middle. Now kind of a free ball here in the middle. It's picked up rather quickly. Knotek. Here comes the check and shot and a score. Fisher makes it 5-1. His first goal in Limerick. Israel just kind of a little bit lackadaisical in the middle of the field, and Czech Republic's been aggressive at that. This is actually really nice stick work by Fisher, and we talked about the box and the box backgrounds for a lot of these guys. Fisher, a great job with his stick there, being it shielded, being creative to find the net. From Prague is Jan Fisher. Wells back in there at the X for Team Israel here. Going up against Strieblik. Strieblik wins the clamp, tries to get it up. Coming in from the wing is Abramovich. Jory, Canadian, picks it up. He's actually another guy with box experience. This is for the Israel side. Plays in Ontario Junior B, the West Durham Ironheads. 15 games this past season there. Also played in the Israel U20 indoor team, so he's that box experience. Helped him there pick up a ground ball. A Lucy, as they would call it in Canada. Israel definitely trying to work through craft a lot more here today. They got away from that a little bit against Japan. really good defensemen to stop them from doing that as well. Kind of a two-way street there. Kraft will initiate. Looking to give him a screen. He's got a couple of red shirts sliding. That one doesn't get through. Back to the stick of Trojano. No one picks him up yet. Now it's Blaha. Blaha, who's been one of the young phenoms here in Czech Republic for a while. Played in one of their biggest box tournaments, the Alex Herbeski tournament, at just 16 years old. His goal is actually to be in the National Lacrosse League someday. He's played in some Canadian juniors leagues. Playing some defense here. Trojano works his way through, works to get his three, pops through, backhand goal by Kraft, shot by Kraft, is not a goal. Back the other way it comes to Czech Republic. So Czech Republic, a stop defensively, and now will work it on offense, leading 5-1. They've been in control thus far. Cirque's got a goal, Kinmake has two. Fisher and Voshmik. Voshmik here coming out of the box. He actually helped his team win that tournament. Voshmik. One of the biggest tournaments in the Czech Republic. Their box league also will host other countries too. In Europe, they do that. More countries in the vicinity, Austria, Germany, Slovakia, all taking part. Ulesh. Now he gets to that left side. Works his way through back to the right. They're trying to force to the right. Well, miscues there though. Ulesh, senior in high school this year. At 90 ground balls tend to fly as a junior. As a sophomore, voted the best player in New Jersey. Which really impressive. That, of course, for a lot of those kids, first year post-pandemic, see how they play. Fisher working with just that right hand. Fakes high. Good defense by the short stick Fiore. And there's a shot that goes in. Man, Fisher had Jory draped all over him. I don't even know how he got that shot off. His second of the day. You talk about those box skills. I mean, no room here. A pass in the front, and that goes to Knotek. It went so quickly. Jory's unable to play the defense on Fisher, and Knotek gets his third goal of the day. He's got a hat trick. Fisher gets his second assist. Six to 1, Czech Republic here in the second quarter. Man, Fisher had Jury draped all over him. I don't know how he was able to get enough on that pass. It was right on the dot to Knotek there. I didn't even see it. It happened so fast. They're calling a hold there against Israel, so Czech Republic gets the possession once again off the faceoff. That's been a big problem. Israel just not able to get the ball all that often offensively. As I say that, the Czech turns it over. 6 to 1 is our score. 5 for 9 thus far. Czech Republic on their faceoffs. 3 for 9, Israel. That's what the stats say. I don't know what the other one would be that would make up for that. And another timeout can be called here by Seth Mahler. Israel going to talk things over. Just try to find their way offensively to see if they can get a goal. They scored one in the first, looking for another here in the second. 6 to 1 Czech Republic here at the University of Limerick. Welcome back here live in Limerick. Group B play continues here, the final day of group play, and then coming up later on here, we'll have the second game in group play, the second featured game on Valacen here today, Japan and Puerto Rico, a game for the top of the table. It will be a good one for sure. So that coming up in just a little bit more than an hour or so. That's going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern time, depending on where you are. So back to the action here. 6-1 is our score. Israel trailing 6-1. Trojano comes in for a face-off. Or a pick, that is, excuse me. Abramovich brings it back out here through the middle. Initiates, goes to that left side. He shoots on the run. Slavik is there. David tries to get that ground ball. One and done for Israel again. That's tough. You call the timeout to draw up the play. Actually, not a bad shot, but you only get one shot at it.
3 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
3 minutes to go here in the first half. 6-1 Czech. Wonderful clear by Tobias Petrok as Vlada Manda calls a timeout here for the Czech Republic just to make sure things are safe in their offensive end. We'll step aside once again. 6-1 Czech Republic. You're watching Vlada Manda getting his team all sorts of fired up. He was their U20 European Championship coach back in 2019. Actually on the way here to Limerick, stopped at the box championships along the way to see the team come in third. That senior box team, that is. Box bigger than field in the Czech Republic, and they equate that due to the hockey, love of hockey they have there. So of course that equated better to box, having all those hockey arenas and the box arenas into the hockey arenas. That tournament I talked about, the Ellis Herbeski Memorial Tournament, started over 50 years ago. And they didn't get much help from abroad, just for one reason or another, in growing the game, but obviously have done a good job of growing it themselves. Held the World Indoor Lacrosse Championships in Prague in 2011. Certainly a competitor on the world scale. The women's team just played really well. And Towson finished in 7th place. They won their pool and unbeaten in their pool. 2:30 to go here in the second quarter. Here in Ireland, they're up 6-1. Feed to the high crease, and that's a shot, and it's deflected away. Lukasz Kuchera. He scored a goal against Japan. Scored 2 against Puerto Rico as the wind has blown over the barrier there behind the cage. Good job by the official to catch that and not to get smushed by it. It is windy. Sustained around 10 miles an hour or so, but gusting 20, and I guess that was a gust around 25 to 30 that knocked that over. There's some maintenance being had in the field, if you're curious. So we're going to work on this fencing here. Our referees here today: Dean Moharab, Lee Bryan, and Kota Ito, in charge of helping to right that ship over there. Might need some sandbags or something of that nature today. The winds are kicking up. Maybe a possibility of a thunderstorm, but as you can see, the sun is still shining, and that's the most important thing. Also of key importance, the temperatures back down seasonable and beautiful here in Limerick once again. Check a quick restart after the stoppage of play. Deflected out in front, deflected away as well, so they will go and chase it down and take back possession here. 6-1 the score here in the second quarter. Gnotek has a first hat trick. Here's Kuchera. Ulesh. Nick Turo, good defense there. Good job by the Israelis. They forced the turnover. Czech really unable to get anything going, not even a shot off in that situation. Caught by Jory. The midi will work this in transition. See if Israel can get one in transition. The bouncer doesn't get to the cage, and it's backed up by the Czech again. Another one and done for Israel. Slavik Distriblik. Looked like a Czech player for briefly there, went offside. Officials didn't see it. And now the Czech Republic content to settle in offensively. 6-1 our score. They led 3-1 after one. Till Shore, looking over the middle. Good catch by Kuchera. Kuchera finds some freedom. Shot wide. We are in the final moments here of this half. Five seconds on the clock, and no take. Over to Tilshore, and that'll do it here for the first half. So Czech can't score in their final possession, but they had plenty of scoring and a bunch of the other possessions they had here today. They lead 6-1. First 30 minutes are in the books here of this Group B tilt. Halftime here at the University of Limerick. You're watching the World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championships on Lax Sports Network. Live on Lax Sports Network. Tom Eschen here with you on the call. It's Team Israel and Team Czech Republic at the conclusion of group play here. This is Group B. Czech Republic and Israel still looking for their first win in group play. This is a key matchup as the winner will be in third, the loser in fourth. And their potential for the championship or the platinum group will be in question. So it's obviously a very important matchup, a couple of big matchups in Group B play today. The winner of this game will get Ireland, who won Group C. That'll be in the championship group tomorrow. That'll be an 8 a.m. start. We'll see what happens with the loser. So a good stop there for Israel to begin their third quarter as they try and get themselves back on the board here. They trail 6-1. Bar David's ball is taken away. Abramovich able to come and pick it up. Fakes the pass. Czech Republic getting a hat trick in the first half by Knotek. Feed to the crease. Gets through all the sticks, and that'll be a turnover back through the way of Czech Republic. They outshot Israel 14-8 in the first half, 6 for 9 face-off wise for the Czechs. They've been the better team thus far and look to continue to do so, looking for their first win of this tournament. Israel's going to have to really keep those turnovers at a minimum. And something we talked about with Czech Republic at the beginning of the game was the penalties. And they've done a great job of staying out of the box. That was a recipe for success. Actually, nobody has been in the box all day long. We've had no man-up, man-down situation. I said that because two of the Czech Republic players were in the top 3 in penalty minutes over the course of this tournament. We'll have 3 games featured on our laxsn.com here today. Amidst some of the other games we always have for you. That one can't get through the stick of Friedman. That's his 4th save of the day. He had 3 in the first half. We'll play for the group winner here in just a little while, about 2 hours from right now, as we approach 1 p.m. local time. Here in Limerick, along the shores of the River Shannon. Flag is down. First time we've had a flag here today. Czech had too many men on this side. Continuing to go, though, is Kraft. His shot is wide, and that'll trigger the penalty. Israel will go on the man up. So as I say that Czechs kept themselves out of the box, they immediately go there. That'll be a 30-second against Czech. For the ball, heavy dosage of Joey Kraft. Kind of wondering where the spark will come for Israel. They have these offensive players, Kraft, Grobovic, Trojanu, all have shown flashes now. Looking for them to produce something more here. Shot gobbled up by Slavik. Needed to take something with the man up. Maybe that wasn't the best they could have gotten, but they get one nonetheless. But Slavik gets his 4th save of the day. A Prague native, a captain of this team. Foolish now works here in the clearing game. 6-1 here in the 3rd. The old bounce pass. You can see the box principles. Jory looks like he got a little bit too physical here. He'll have to come out, and now a man up coming for Czech Republic. You know, something all that box experience really helps here is with that, the crispness of some of these short passes. Czech has done a good job of that here today. I say that, and they have a very sloppy pass, but now they'll gather it back and get on the man up. 6-1 here in the 3rd. Passes to the crease, high and low, stopped by Friedman. Key save there for Ben Friedman. Tilshore. 30 more seconds on the penalty. Dummiet's able to go track that down. 20 in the penalty. Voshmik. Back to Voshmik, working it over to the left side. Penalty has expired. They get one more shot out of it. No take is wide. Now we'll be back to 6-on-6. Czech still up 6-1. They'll have to do it with even strength now. Taking their time. They can. Time on their side here, up 6-1. Only goal for Israel came in the first. Just about 8 minutes in, Joey Kraft. Other than that, it's been quiet, and basically the ball on this side of the field, the Czech side. So the stall warning is in now. Czech has to keep it in. See that white line towards the bottom of your screen. Czech can't go past that line. Then a nice feed in front, finish, and a score. Krzysztof Dummietz makes his first goal of the day, his first goal of the tournament. It's kind of flashed in front. Hulish, great find. That's his first assist in Limerick. 7-1 Czech Republic. Dummietz on this squad with his brother Jacob, number 4 in red. Plays for Jinzi Mesto in that box league in Czech Republic. Didn't play in the first game. Krzysztof got an assist against Japan a couple days ago. Now has a goal and an assist here today. 7-1 Czech Republic with a lead here in the 3rd quarter. Dubiash wins the clamp all by his lonesome. Wells tries to come in for a hack, can't get there. Fischer scores. Fischer's second goal of the day. He's got 2 and 2. 8-1 Czech Republic. His first 2 goals of this tournament. Great move to get free by Fischer. Didn't look like he had much room to work with and utilized every inch of it. Fischer out of Prague. Dobiash, who at that European box tournament last month, dominant at X at the face-off at times, and you can see where that's coming from, doing that here again today. That time spawning points. He is 6 for 8 at the X today. Going up against Wells here. Seems like he might have solved Wells, though Wells solves him this time. Comes up with the ground ball. Once again, you saw Dobiash winning the clamp. Wells winning the ground ball. Wells, who's studying Hebrew currently at Tufts, alongside his major of political science and government, went to Christian Brothers Academy. Now coached by Ryan Powell, high school level.
Remaining in third quarter, 6.
6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 8-1, Czech Republic. Kraft trying to survey here. Kraft looking for a screen. He comes back out. Trojano works to his left. Wells still there on the offensive end. Another guy with some box experience for Israel. With the pull, shoots with the left and scores. Greg Wells gets his first goal. The pull goal makes it 8-2. How about that? Don't see that all that often, but Wells elevating and scoring.
5 minutes to go in this third quarter. 5 minutes.
So Wells, his first goal this tournament. Like I said, he has that box experience, so he knows the short stick life, and now he comes back. He's going to do it all. He's going to come and take this face off too. Just won the last one. Dobiash wins the clamp, wins the ground ball. Wells hot on his tail, and now Czech will retreat. Less than 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 8-2, Czech Republic on top of Israel. Just past the top of the hour, Tom Eschen here with you on the call. Appreciate you joining us. You're watching the World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championships on Lax Sports Network. The final day of group play is today, so everybody will be settled in here for tomorrow's play-in games for those championship and platinum brackets. Ground ball pickup by Lukasz Kuchera. Dummiets. Back and forth with Jory. One-handed pass. Saved by Friedman. Coming out with it is Hazan. Hazan doing a good job of thwarting some defenders here as Friedman's way out. Oh, he lost the ball for a second. Making it tough on him. Out comes Friedman. Way out comes Friedman. And he gets hit lightly by Knotek. Friedman will get his help and now go back to the goal. Always interesting. I think like everyone holds their breath when the goalie comes out of the cage. Jory able to get that adventurous clear into the attacking third for Israel. Jory, now they're telling him to go. Tries to go behind the back, and that's why you don't do that. And now some extracurricular activities happening here. Our referees now conferring about all the things that just happened here. Let's see. So there you go. That was a very nice explanation there. Simultaneous fouls. 30 seconds for Israel on the ward. A minute for Plekschmid on the unnecessary roughness penalty. So at the end of all of this, after a 5-on-5, we'll have a 6-on-5. Israel will go in the man up. Ball will start in the stick of Kraft. 8-2 Czech Republic here in the third.
We have offsetting penalties. Czech Republic penalized 1 minute, personal foul. Israel penalized 30 seconds.
Right now we're playing 5-on-5. 10 seconds to go before Israel gets another man. Jalev Tal there on the offensive end. See how they can utilize whoever's coming out of the box here. Trojano now works it here at X. Here comes the man out of the box, Abramovich. He now leaves the crease. High past the bar, David. He gets sent down. Abramovich tries to pick it back up. Adam Kuchera. A couple of nice plays there by Kuchera. And everybody now is even. So Czech kills off that penalty. Plekschmid now with 5 minutes of penalties over the course of this tournament, trailing just his teammate, Kuchera, Adam Kuchera, at 5:30. So Czech goes in the box, but nothing for Israel to show for it. 8-2 still to score. Petrok offensively now. Czech goes to work offensively. Skip pass. Long shot for Fischer. 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. 8-2 Czech Republic. Little move on the inside, shot and a score. Pretty by Peck. His first goal in Ireland. Take another look at this. Winning his one-on-one matchup. Had the short stick on him, did Peck. As a midi, but able to create some space you saw there. Instead of trying to go right to that crease, actually took a step back.
Last 2 minutes of the game is stop time.
9-2 Czech Republic. Goldman does actually get that ball moving forward, but it's Jakub Adamiec able to get the ground ball. Now back into the stick of the Czech Republic we go. Leading 9-2. Time winding down here in the third quarter. Little spin move there for the other Adamiec. That's Christoph. Ball taken away, Israel. At front, behind the back. Gino takes fourth. Back and forth we went, and it finished with a flourish. Kenotek making it 10-2. That's just a turnover in front, and Kenotek knowing what to do with it. A captain of this squad is Tomasz. He's now got 4 goals today, 5 in the tournament. Scored 1 against Puerto Rico, did not score against Japan, actually had 3 minutes of penalty time against Japan. But here against Israel, putting some points on the board is Czech Republic. This will certainly help their case moving forward. Give them a lot of confidence moving forward. Dobiasz off the face-off as time expires here in the third. 10-2 Czech Republic heading into the fourth with a big lead as Group B play wraps up. You're watching the World Lacrosse Men's U21 Championship on Lax Sports Network. Play. Czech Republic looks like they're well on their way to finishing in third in this group. This is Group B Japan, Puerto Rico, Israel, Czech Republic, the 4 teams all involved here. We'll have Japan and Puerto Rico in just a little more than an hour and a half from right now. A battle for the top. Who will be the top team to come out? You'll have to stay tuned and wait for that. In the meantime, Czech Republic and Israel battling it out. And if Israel were to lose, then it would then be a contest with Latvia if Latvia cannot get a win to determine who will. Actually, Latvia is already in 4th. So Israel, with the 6 goals, I believe they would move on no matter what here today. But obviously they would love to be in better position because that bottom team here between B and C do not have a favorable matchup, you could imagine. They take on a Group A team tomorrow. All right, so 4th quarter about to get underway. 10-2 is the score. Dobiash, can he come out with it? He hits a player, and he does indeed come out with it. Dobiash wins the faceoff once again. He's had a good day at the X. He's really helped Czech kind of just settle in and control things. 11 for 15 as a team, Czech Republic at the faceoff X. Gulish has an assist. 4 goals for Tomáš Kinotek here today. The ball picked off, or Wells unable to secure the catch. Securing possession again is Voshmik for a moment. Wells able to come out with it after all of that. Good job there by Greg Wells. High school football player, also a wrestler. Kind of has that mentality as a defenseman too. Just takes a different kind of person to be able to really embrace that role. And those that do, usually those are the best to do it. See what Israel can do with an offensive possession here, working now with some changes. Substitution game in full force. Coming out to help is Joey Kraft. He has one of the 2 goals today. Kraft has 1. Wells has 1 too. Might as well just keep Wells involved in all sorts of ways for Israel. He's been one of the best players on the field, either team today. Get it to Shalev Tal. Blocking off Abramovich. Here's the Czech Republic, done a really good job against him today. Got 3 goals in this tournament, none today. Tal into the middle. Pass gets by the stick of Yefrash, and Czech Republic will take possession right back here. We're in the 4th quarter, which means running time until 2 minutes to go, and then we'll stop time for the usual occurrences. As mentioned, the winner of this game will get a date with the host country, Ireland. That game will be tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern time. So if you're in Ireland, that's 1 p.m. local time. Petrak working in the clearing game. Currently plays in that MBLL, the Lacrosse League. National Box Lacrosse League is what it stands for in the Czech Republic. Been in there since 2019. Played in those U20 European Championships too. It's guarded by Wells. 10 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Wells jarring it free. He's been impressive, Greg Wells, so keep an eye on Wells for sure. When you're looking over scores, come spring, box scores. He's playing for Tufts, of course, always at the top of Division III. See a few of these players going to Tufts here on this Israel team. Joey Kraft, Ben Friedman. Maybe this could help him take that next step. Couple passes in front. Flag will fly as the shot flies. Got a slash against Zachariah Jory. So Czech Republic now gets a man up to add to their accoutrements as they have an 8-goal lead here in the fourth quarter.
Still in effect. Czech Republic.
Stall warning did apply, by the way, and that continues to be in effect. They have to keep it in. So if you remember from the college game, that's what they did not do there. So they do not keep it in. College game a few years ago before the shot clock came into play, that was obviously a big part of things, and you'd hear fans and parents yelling, stall warning, as Wells misses the shot. That's still a part of the international game. No shot clock here. 10-2 the score. Still 20 to go here on that slashing call. So we'll see if Israel tries just to work the last few seconds of that clock. Try to get a quality offensive possession. I feel like that's probably what they want to do at this point. Little shot to the cage, and that doesn't get through for Abramovich. Wells shoots, bounces it off of his teammate, Barnoy. Restart for Kraft. And Abramovich working together. Kraft looking to set a pick here. Defended nicely by the Czech Republic for now. Kraft, though, getting himself free. Backhand wide. I will say, Israel hasn't scored many goals, but the goals they have scored have been pretty amazing at that. Abramovich, once again, finds the free Kraft. Kraft feeding the middle. Barnoy cannot catch. Back to Giorgiano it goes. Here's Tau. His pass wide of the stick of Kraft, so no points there for Israel in that possession. Czech Republic takes over here. So we'll have Japan, Puerto Rico a little more than an hour and a half from now. Australia and the USA will play at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Kenya, China after that. On all these games just hours apart from each other. Sweden and Hong Kong. Canada, Haudenosaunee will be the last game of the day here. It's our last day of group play. Well underway. Czech had stalled there behind in their own territory, so they had to get it over quickly, and that actually keeps the ball here. And now some chippiness going on here. Flags are flying. Couple of shoves. Ufa and Kuchera. Kuchera leading the tournament in penalties, and I think he's going to add to that right now.
Simultaneous fouls. Red, 2-8/1. White, 2-8. Delay a game, 30 seconds.
Huh. So instead of going with a sportsman-like, and maybe, you don't see this often, the official catching Kuchera first, and I don't think that Ufa liked that slash all that much. So some pushing and shoving, but on Ufa, they only call the delay of game, no unsportsmanlike. So Kuchera may be earning a bit of a reputation here. So now Kuchera's penalty minutes up to 6 minutes, 30 seconds in 3 games in this tournament. So Israel will get the ball after the slash. 5-on-5 for 30, 6-on-5 for another 30 after that. Israel's got to get into their zone first. They continue to do so. Trojano goes to the middle. Good catch, and the finish. Ido Bar-David, his second goal in Ireland. Scored against Japan a couple days back. Gets the feed from Trojano here. And the Netanya native makes it 10-3. His brother scored a goal, Ori, in the 2018 Senior Championships. Actually helped get him into lacrosse. And, you know, for a lot of these players for Israel, they have a decision to make coming out of high school, and that's whether to protect their country or to get a sports exemption to play lacrosse. Bar David chose to protect his country out of high school. Said he still kept a stick in his hand whenever possible in fighting for his country, and then was able to move on from that, and now, of course, playing here for Team Israel, representing his country in a much different way. A lot of pride attached to that. Top 10 in scoring in that 2020 Israel Lacrosse League bubble. So a cool story, and something that not many athletes here, you know, experience. What some of these kids from Israel have to handle and make some pretty big decisions in their life at a very young age. Dick Turl clears it. As Israel gets themselves a little bit more momentum here.
With 5 minutes, 38 seconds remaining in the game, Israel calls a timeout.
So Israel calls a timeout there. You just heard the time remaining, 5:38. We'll step aside here, 10-3 in the fourth quarter. Czech Republic on top. We will have the top game here in Group B later, coming up about an hour and a half from now. Japan, Puerto Rico, that will be a battle for first in Group B, a key battle at that. Of course, that will impact seems to tomorrow's game. You can see that game as well as several others right here along as a part of the U21 Men's World Championships on Lax Sports Network. Back to the action here in Limerick. A windy day, a cooler day, but the sun is shining here on the Irish Sporting Campus. Ball bounces in front, picked up by Blaha. Blaha flipping it over. Now getting it is Polas Slavik. Knocked away, good there on the ride, but a couple fakes and a score. Israel showing some life in the fourth, his second goal. Graf feisty in the ride. Nice hug for Abramovich. Kraft on the club circuit growing up, one of the top scorers at almost every single event. You hear coaches talking about him, and that's one of the reasons why. Feisty, fierce, never stopping. So 10-4 now the score. I mentioned the seeding. The winner of this game will play Ireland. The winner of that game later on that I just previewed, Japan, Puerto Rico, they'll play Jamaica tomorrow.
4 minutes remaining.
4 minutes to go here in this game. The loser of this game will finish in fourth place here in Group B. It looks like right now they'll go and play the 5 seed in Group A. Looks like they will go into that side of the bracket. That shot by Hulesh is over the top of the crossbar. 10-4, still the score. And I believe that will be England that they would play. Who went 0-4 in group play. Everybody else has at least a win in Group A. They have some games to play, though, here today. Battle for the ground ball, won nicely by Striablik. Three minutes to go here in this match. This is the precursor to the top 2 teams in Group B playing in an hour and a half from now as we reach the bottom of the hour here in Ireland. Just about 1:30 in the afternoon local time at the University of Limerick. Little speed dodge, backhand shot is wide. off the mark there, and now Adamiec will restart. 2:27 to go here. No take. 4 goals for Czech Republic today. And behind the back goal in this second half too. Czech Republic really in control throughout the duration. Israel's been able to get a couple here in the fourth. Now they get this ground ball over in Goldman. Sticking around there on defense, and now there he works it over that middle stripe. Aggressively heading to the cage, Barnoy, and in there was Adam Kuchera. Gonna have a whistle here against the Czech. Flag was down on the play. 30-second penalty on Plekschmid. So yeah, some of these Czech Republic players talked about their penalties coming into the day. Plekschmid again sidelined. He came in to this game third in the tournament in penalty minutes. Kuchera was first, and that has rung true. So Israel goes on a man up here. Less than 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. See if maybe Israel can make this a 5-goal game. Shot deflected there. Body stop in the front. The ball continuing to go through, and Slavik able to get it at the end. That was Adam Kuchera. Stopped it with his body. He looks like he's a little worse for the wear. Flag went down. Right there in the crease. I think they had a goalie interference call against Team Israel, so Czech Republic will get the ball back. Put us at even strength for a few seconds, and then
So with 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining in the game,
Czech Republic will get a man up.
Still a man down for 9 seconds, while Israel serves a 30-second penalty for goalie interference.
So it'll be 21 seconds of Czech a man up after the penalty is released. Big hit there by Greg Wells, trying to get his money's worth here in Ireland. Less than 90 seconds to go, and a flag flew on the Wells hit. Things getting a little chippy. Guys got to be careful. Czech makes it 11-4. Tom Jakimczuk, his first goal of the tournament. Fischer gets himself yet another assist. He's got 5 points today. So Jakimczuk scores, and it's 11-4.
11, Israel 4.
Jakimczuk had a couple ground balls against Japan, really getting his first opportunity to get a good look on the goal there, and takes it full advantage of it. So Fischer, 5 points today, 4 goals for Kinotek. Czech putting it on Israel. Now we'll see what the Czech Republic will be able to do against Ireland tomorrow.
As we approach the last minute of the game,
Final minute of play here.
I've not forgotten those folks on the hill that have come out to support their countries. Let's hear it for those
Abramovich,
on the hill supporting the Czech
he
Republic,
is sent back away as the Czech defense has done a nice job. We'll see how that physicality will impact the Irish tomorrow. You've seen Czech Republic, they, with that box background, will continue to hit. And while Ireland obviously has looked awesome here, they're 3-0 in the tournament. Nice wins over especially Germany and Jamaica, then blew out Latvia yesterday. It wasn't even close there. That pass goes high and over.
26 seconds remain.
26 seconds to go. Czech content just to let Rotten ride this out, looking for their first win here in these U21 World Championships. They'll go on to win 11-4 the final here. Tomáš Kinotek, 4 goals, 5 points for Jan Fischer, 2 goals, 3 assists on his day, and Czech gets their first win here in Ireland. They earn themselves a date with the host country tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern time. Meanwhile, Israel will get the 4 seed as they will move on and look for a win, maybe in a play-in game tomorrow or Wednesday. make sure to stay tuned. A little less than an hour and a half from now, the top 2 teams in this group, Japan and Puerto Rico, will go at it. That will be a good one. You don't want to miss it. That'll do it, though, for our coverage for now. From the University of Limerick, for the rest of our team, I am Tom Eschen. Thanks for watching. See you in a little bit.